So this is the skincare that I'm currently making. This is a serum. I added hyaluronic acid to it, so that's it clumping in the top there. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today's video, I'm going to be showing you what I'm going to be doing today for my business. There are a few tasks that need to get done, and I thought let's bring you guys along with me so I can show you what the day in the life is like for someone who runs a soap and bath bomb business out of their home. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jerica. I am the owner of Quench Inc. and it is a soap and bath bomb company. And yes, I do run it out of my home. And for today's tasks, I have a few of them that I thought would be interesting to you guys to see in kind of like a vlog, follow me around type of video. So one of the tasks that needs to get done is I have my recipes in a really disorganized way. Look at this. It's little scribblings everywhere and stains, and it's a huge mess. So I'll be showing you what I'm doing instead to not only keep it organized but also protect the paper itself so that it's not looking like this. And I'm going to be making some new products as well. I have a few skincare products that I want to make. They're going to be for myself. I'm not going to be selling them right away because I'm going to be testing them before I actually sell them. So that's going to be included in this video. I'm also going to be making some orange clove shampoo bars, which is perfect for fall. And that I will be selling once I make them. And because they're a new product, I also want to show you how I add that new product to my Crafty Base system. And thank you so much to Crafty Base for sponsoring this video. I have been loving the software so much, and this feature where you add a product to the whole database is super quick and easy. I just want to show you how I do that. And then lastly, I want to open up a package from Morouge Canada. They sent me a bunch of fragrance oils that I want to smell, and I want to choose which ones I want to use for bath bombs and candles and possibly lotions for my fall line. I'm super behind on that, and I'm okay with that. It's just me and Kale, mostly me, so I'm giving myself some grace and trying to catch up. So if that is something that you're interested in watching, keep watching. And now without further ado, let's get to the video. For those of you who have two printers, you probably have this problem where you accidentally print something on the wrong printer. I do this all the time, and I printed my recipe out on label paper accidentally. Ugh. But what I've been doing lately is printing my recipes out, and the fact that it's on label paper is a mistake. Sorry guys. It should be on just regular paper, but what I've been doing to protect them is printing them out like this, making them nice, and then taking these paper protectors, reinforced sheet protectors, and then putting them in a binder. And thank you to everyone who has suggested that I do that, because you have all seen what I currently do and it just looks so disorganized and ugly. But since I've been doing this, it's been so nice. My recipes are protected, and I'll show you what that looks like in just a bit. So here is the binder that I now keep all my recipes in, and the first page is my orange clove shampoo recipe. So we are gonna take this into the kitchen and make some shampoo bars with this. Hello guys, so here in my kitchen, I'll show you how I set up my binder of recipes. I have this stand-up thing that I got from Staples, which is an office supply place here in Canada. And so I take my binder, put it up like this, and then I open it, and there is my recipe right in front of me. And I have a whole bunch of them here. So this is such a better way of doing it from what I was doing before. Excuse my English, I think I should have said a better way of doing it, or an improved way of doing it. I don't know, but it's been so much nicer having it like that. And so I'm going to get started on making these shampoo bars. I have my 2-quart or 2-liter glass bowl that I'm going to be putting my ingredients that I need melted into here, and I'm going to measure out my SCI, my sodium cocoyl isethionate, and what else goes in there, my SLSA in a separate bowl, and then get that process going. And then there's some downtime between doing that and then the next step because it takes so long for everything to melt down. So while that's melting down, I'm going to take this opportunity to quickly add it to my inventory on my Crafty Base, and I wanted to show you guys how I did that. So if you look over here on my dashboard, I have products, components, materials, orders, expenses, manufacturers, reports, etc. We are going to be going to the products page. And on the products page, you'll see these 3 dots up here, and all you would do is click that. You would click add a product. And over here is the new product page where you would be filling in the details of your new product. So for the orange clove shampoo bar, I'm going to be naming it that. Before my Crafty Base purposes, I like to do it a specific way, and I'll show you how I do that and explain why. So the first thing I would put is not exactly orange clove, but I would put the product itself. So I would start with shampoo bar. I'm gonna do a comma, and then I'm going to name the scent, so orange clove. So the reason why I like to put the product type first is because of the alphabetical order. If I'm trying to organize things, because I have the same scent in different products, I like to have the product first so that I'm able to organize it in a way that I can easily find that specific product. So I put in the name and then I put in the SKU, and the SKU is completely optional. I have been liking adding SKUs to my products because I feel like it adds another level of organization. To actually make a SKU, there's a million ways to do it, and it's actually all dependent on how you as a business owner want to create your SKUs. But for me, I like to do a system where I put the product first and then I'll do a descriptor of the product. So in this case, the product would be the shampoo bar, the descriptor would be the scent, being orange clove, and if there's something else that distinguishes that product from other products, I'll add another section. So I'll show you what I mean by that. So for the first part of my SKU, I'll put in the product type. So with it being shampoo bar, I'll put 3 letters that most exemplify that. So the first letter will probably be S. I like the idea of an M and a P. So literally anything that you want. And the reason why I put SMP, for me, I feel like those are the letters that stand out the most in the word. Or maybe I'll do SPB, no, SMP sounds good. And then I'll do a dash. And then the next part of that, I'm gonna put the descriptor, and I like to have that at least 4 letters. So because it's orange clove, I'll put O-R-L or C, O-R-C-V. And then for the next part, if there's another descriptor that I want to put in there to distinguish this product from other products to avoid confusion, I will do that. Like for example, with my bath bombs, sometimes I have them in different shapes. So they can be in a medium round ball or they can be in a cloud shape. I'll add a dash and then MRND to signify a medium round bath bomb. But because a shampoo bar, there's really no other variant besides the scent, I'm gonna leave it at SMP ORCV. And then for the image, you can add an image here. When I first added all of my products, they synced from Shopify and Etsy and all the other sales platforms. So the image was taken from there. But if you're not syncing from your Shopify or anywhere else, you can add an image here. And normally I would put the product picture that I would have. So you can choose to attach it here. Because the orange clove shampoo bars are not made yet, I'm not gonna add anything here. And then further down you have sales information. A great thing about Crafty Base is that there's these little question marks that explain what each field is for, and you can decide from there whether or not you want to fill it. It's all up to you. The reason why you would want to fill in the low stock limit is because it can alert you about whether or not this particular product is running low. But for me, I'm going to leave that blank for now. And I'm also going to leave the sale price blank for now. And then here you would have the starting adjustment. And this is the quantity of product you actually have. And because I haven't made it yet, I'm gonna leave that blank. The material cost of producing the product, that's something that you would have to figure out. So I'm just gonna leave the next section of this blank. So if you move further down, there's an additional details section that if you expand it, you can add more details to your product. And I like to fill this in because it helps me for organizational purposes and also to help me find the product in Crafty Base. So for category, I'm gonna start putting in shampoo bar, and if I already have that category listed in my Crafty Base, it's gonna pull it up automatically, and it looks like I do. So I'm going to click shampoo bar, and then you can add a description of this product. For my description, I'm just gonna leave that blank. And then in the state, you can put whether or not it's active. Because I don't actually have this product on my site yet, I'm gonna put as draft. And for the measurement type, this will be the unit that Crafty Base will use to measure how many of that particular thing is. So for example, a shampoo bar, I would put bar. And the sale quantity is the amount of that item that is sold every time a customer buys it off of your website. And I'm just gonna put 1 bar for now. And once all of those details are filled in, I'm going to click Save Product. So now that product is added to my Crafty Base, so I can find it, I can start to log it in my various business errands that I need to do, and I can also add it to my inventory when I do inventory on Mondays. So I checked in on my shampoo bar base and it's still melting. I still have some time, so I'm going to use that to unbox my package from Morouge Canada. And super excited about this. I really love unboxing fragrance oils on this channel because so many of you make soap and bath bombs, and honestly the most important thing when it comes to that kind of thing, unless your business is based around unscented products, is fragrance. So it's always a big deal when choosing your fragrance oils because this is what your company is going to be all about. So the first fragrance oil I pulled up is mimosa and cardamom, and I love mimosa. I've smelled fragrance oils that contained mimosa before, loved them, but when it comes to cardamom, I think spice, I think heaviness, so the pairing of the two is going to be really interesting. Wow, this smells amazing. I definitely have never smelled anything like this. I wasn't expecting it to smell so light, but it does. There isn't the heaviness I was expecting from cardamom. And this particular fragrance oil has a top note of mimosa, a middle note of cardamom, heliotrope, and a base of sandalwood and tonka. And I will say that sandalwood is one of my most requested fragrances that people ask me about when they go into my tent. So this is something that I think my customers are going to love because I'm already in love with it. The next fragrance oil I'm going to smell is Grace and Gratitude. And when I saw the picture of this, I think there were sugar cookies on the product listing. So I'm thinking this is a Christmas type scent that smells kind of like baking. It smells sugary. It's so interesting. It's hard to explain. It smells like frosting and baking with some oranges and citrus. And when I look at the fragrance notes, I do see a top note of citrus, a middle note of cinnamon and nutmeg, and a base of vanilla and tonka. And this is, oh my gosh, such an amazing Christmas scent. I can see candles scented in this flying off the shelves. And interestingly, there's only a 0.88 vanilla content in this, which means it's not going to turn your soap very, very dark brown. But this smells so nice. So the next one I'm going to smell is Northern Woods. And I think I'm gonna like this. I think Kale's gonna really like this one too. Anything woodsy does really well where I live in cottage country, southern Ontario. So my Muskoka woods that I have sells really well for us. So does our Georgian Bay. So anything woodsy up here is a huge seller. Oh my goodness. That smells, oh my God, it smells really good. It's very masculine though, which is why I think Kale would absolutely love this. It's very, very deep. Definitely woodsy. There's a bit of lavender in this, yes. And then there's a base of patchouli and amber. I don't smell a lot of floral. It's very piney. Kale's gonna die for this. He's gonna love that one so much. Next, I'm smelling Mahogany Coconut. And again, not a pairing I've ever seen before, but something that absolutely intrigues me because I love coconut. And mahogany smells pretty good too, so. Oh wow, that is a very interesting combination. It's also very masculine. This smells like a really, really sexy man cologne. And I wonder if it's because of the coconut. So you have a deep woody mahogany. So think Ron Burgundy. My study is made of rich mahogany type of scent with a delicate coconut undercut in that. It's amazing. The next scent I'm going to be smelling is Sea Salt and Rosemary. So these are two scents that I am in love with. I love rosemary, and anything with sea salt in it is a huge seller when it comes to Bath & Body. Oh my gosh. Oh, this smells so good. So this one has a top note of green citrus, a middle note of rosemary, and a base note of lavender. I'm in love with this. Oh my gosh. I want to make a soap out of this. This smells so good. It has the slight earthiness of rosemary and lavender with the delicate sea spray of sea salt. So there's like that saltiness, mossiness that you would expect from ocean type scents with the amazing delicate earthiness of rosemary and lavender. That is so different. I've never smelled anything like that before, but so far this is my favorite. The next one is Blackberry Bourbon, and I'm excited about this one because I love any types of scents that are alcohol in theme, and then I also love berries, but I've never seen the two come together before. Oh my god. Morouge, how do you do it? Okay, this one is my new favorite, and I was not expecting that at all. You absolutely get the scent of berry, and there are some berry scents out there that it's not, like, it smells kind of like a candy version of berry, but when I smell this, I smell real berry. Like true blackberry. This smells amazing. Oh my gosh. So it has a top note of blackberry, a middle note of grapes, and a base note of bourbon and sweet vanilla. That in a candle or bath bombs, bestseller, 100%. New favorite. Oh my gosh, that smells amazing. So next we have Bergamot and Clary Sage. And Clary Sage is one of those essential oils that I have always been intrigued about because it's so expensive, and I've never smelled it before. And I've always wondered whether or not it was worth it to take the plunge and buy a little bit of it just to smell it. So I'm really excited about smelling this one, especially paired with bergamot, another one of my favorite essential oils to work with. Oh my gosh. Okay, this one smells amazing too. They all smell so good. Oh my gosh, this is really delicate smelling. It's very light. It's very dainty. I feel like a fairy princess would smell like this. It has a top note of bergamot, a middle note of lavender and sage, and a base of sandalwood. But what comes to mind when I smell it is tea. I guess mostly because of the bergamot, but everything else together combines to make this the most sophisticated, wonderful, balanced scent. This smells so good. I'm trying to figure out what my favorite is so I can tell you at the end of all of this. So definitely high up on my favorites. And the last fragrance oil that I'm going to be smelling today is peach and tea, and I love peach. Anything peach has a soft spot in my heart because my very first soap that I ever made was peach scented. I used peach, it was some sort of like peach alcoholic drink from Candora soap supplies, but that was one of my favorites. If I find it on Candora, I'll put it right there. But whenever I smell peach, it takes me back to that very first soap that I ever made. Oh my gosh, I love this one too. Okay, whew, I love this one so much. Top note of fresh peach, middle note of floral, and a base of tea. Smells amazing. Again, Morouge hitting it out of the park. I think my favorite one that I smelled, hands down, was Blackberry Bourbon, and when I look at the details, there's 1.64% vanilla in this, so I don't know if I'll make a soap out of it because I don't really like making soaps that have vanilla in it. But oh my gosh, this would be an amazing candle, an amazing cream. And if you're wondering, all of those scents were phthalate and paraben free, and all of them are good for both candles and skincare, which is always good to know. Make sure that the fragrance oils that you're working with are actually meant for use for those types of things, because you never know. And also pay attention to the safe usage recommendations that if you buy from Morouge Canada, they will actually have that listed on the labels themselves right here, which is so handy. So if you're intrigued by any of the scents that I smelled today and want to purchase some, I have the link to Morouge down in my description box, and they also have given me a coupon code for some money off. Just enter this code right here and you can get some money off of your order. And I know a lot of you are business owners and every little bit counts, so thank you so much, Morouge, for giving my subscribers that amazing coupon code. So here's the shampoo. It needs to set up just a little bit, so we're gonna wait about, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes, checking on it again. But yeah, it smells really, really nice. It definitely smells like fall. Kale, how would you describe the scent? Soothing?
Yeah,
spicy,
fall, warm, I would say.
Yeah.
Cozy, warm.
Yeah, all like, the fall things.
And it's kind of appropriate because it's like, there's It's not cold today, but it's definitely a lot cooler than like typical summer weather. It's turning.
I feel like as soon as September comes around, it's like, bam, cold weather.
Yeah, yeah.
So
usually
crazy.
It's like that. So yesterday was the first, and it was like, it was still hot. So like, okay, this is kind of, but then like on the second.
And here are the final pressed bars. They smell so good. They actually smell almost like pumpkin spice. So I'm wondering if pumpkin spice is really just a blend of citrus scents and then clove. But I think they're gonna sell really well at the farmer's market, and I can't wait to use this for myself. This is actually one of the biggest motivations for me making more shampoo bars, was the fact that once I ran out of shampoo bars, I went back to the commercial stuff that you would buy at any grocery store or drugstore, and my hair absolutely hated it. I missed my shampoo bars, so that's why I made some more. And here's my little puck that I made for myself for my own personal use. But yeah, these go really, really quick. I'm debating whether or not I should just continue making them, because yeah, it took a while, but I think if I just, I don't know, make a few tweaks to my process, it might be better. I don't know. But as it is right now, until I figure that out, these will not be sold online. I will just be selling them in person. And yeah, really, really happy with how they turn out though. So this is the skincare that I'm currently making. This is a serum. I added hyaluronic acid to it, so that's it clumping in the top there. It needs a bit of time to gel the entire product, so it's just clumping a little bit, but that'll be all clear the next day. And over here is some white willow bark toner that I'm making for myself, and I was not expecting it to turn this dark, but yeah, that's what experimentation is for. I'm gonna be putting that toner into these bottles here, and then capping them, and then I'm gonna be just testing them out and see how these products work out. So yep, that's what I'm working on for my skincare. And here is the shampoo bar after it's solidified in the freezer, and it smells amazing. If you guys want the recipe to this, you can find that on my Patreon, and I also will have a PDF that you can just print out and use while you're making it. So that's super convenient. And speaking of my Patreon, I want to thank all of my patrons who have decided to support me on there. You guys are absolutely amazing, especially these guys, my BFFs, who are amazing business owners themselves. I've linked a few of their businesses in my description box below, so please check them out. I never cease to be amazed by the amazing things that people are doing and the beautiful stuff that people are making. And I think that's it. I think I'm going to end this video here. Thank you so much to Crafty Base for sponsoring this video. If you want to check them out, I have a link to them down below, which will lead you to a button where you can start a 14-day free trial. Until the next video, keep smiling, keep being awesome, keep making beautiful things, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.